Good morning, good morning. I'll never understand for the life of me why so many women want to be like men so bad. This is not easy. I'm not complaining. I like being a man. I'm glad God designed me and created me to be a man. But that makes absolutely no sense until you realize that they don't really want to be men. They just want to do the things that they view as fun, like some of the benefits of being a man. But when it comes to the hard stuff or anything as far as being held accountable, then they want to resort to being like a woman again or like a child. And I give you some examples. So here's something I just thought of too. So I'm an older brother, and then I have some younger siblings. I'm the oldest brother. So when it comes to doing some of the fun things, like, okay, I'm the older brother, so I get to stay up a little later, or I get to watch rated R movies while you don't get to. I get to watch rated R movies with mom and dad, or just dad, or whatever. Was easy for one of the younger siblings to be like, hey, how come he gets to stay up late? Or how can he gets to whatever? But they're not looking at the other stuff as far as the harder work I have to do around the house, or the chores, and me just being more mentally, me being older and understanding things that I see in movies aren't real, or that I shouldn't do them, and just I can look at them as entertainment. So it's the same thing with women. Women looked at, hey, my husband gets to go out and do what he wants and have a side baby and a whole side family and come home late after work from going to the bar and doing what he wants. That's the part that so many women or feminists focused on. So by the time they have their daughters, or their daughters have daughters, they've implanted it in the minds of the younger generation of women that, hey, men got to do what they wanted. They got to have their own money. They got to blah, blah, blah. But they didn't look at the fact that men had to sign up for the draft at 18. Men, for the most part, in the early to mid 1900s, were doing hard factory work labor before computers got big. So it's only now that as things are getting easier and men have created better technology, that now they're like, okay, now I want to get out in the workforce and have a career because it's easier now. If all the computer jobs were to go away right now, or if they were to start World War III, most women would get back in the kitchen and get back at home and have a bunch of babies and be quiet. But only since things are made so easy now, it's like, oh yeah, I want to be like a man and be independent. Like, please, you're not. The apartment or the house you're living in right now was built by a crew of men. The car you're driving 9 times out of 10 was designed and mostly built by a crew of men. The cell phone you're watching this video on, or the computer you're watching this video on, was created by men for the most part. The infrastructure that you use to live your daily life, whether it's, the water treatment system, the clean water that comes out your faucet, it doesn't poison you when you drink it. The electricity that you have on that allows you to charge your phone and turn on the lights and all this other kind of stuff is mostly maintained by men. The overpass on the new highway, everything pretty much is by men. It's just that and this is my personal opinion or my observation, is that the whole reason why feminism was pushed so much for women to get out into the workforce is twofold. Because they knew that no one would be there to watch the kids, so they can implant whatever they wanted to implant in the minds of your children, because you're pushing them out into daycare and more into public school than ever before. Secondly, once they double the income, or have both men and women working, they can raise the prices of everything. And I'm going to do another video on that. But that's enough for this topic.